Thank you, Jeff. Good afternoon, everybody, and so glad to be here with you today. In fact, I was really looking forward to this party until I saw the program. But Jeff said, standard arrangement, we're going to pay you by the word, so get comfortable, we're going to be here a while. I'm just kidding. My folks are going, no, he's not kidding. Speaking of my folks, Phil Oswald, Vice President of College Development. Eileen Yankee is back there. Eileen, wave your hand. Vice President of Finance and Operations and our CFO. John Barnes, our longtime Director of Facilities. Who else have we got here, guys, that I'm not seeing? Pat Wren's back there, Assistant Director of Facilities. And as it happens, it's St. Norbert Caterers, I believe. So. That actually gives you a little bit of an idea of the nature of the relationship between Performa and St. Norbert College. Eileen has said many times that we're so fortunate to have this relationship with Performa for a lot of reasons, but one reason is because it effectively allows us to, kind of have a whole, building and planning and design arm without actually, having to, have that department as part of the college, but we work so closely and I think effectively with Performa. We just have that kind of relationship that was very evident. Jeff's quite sincere. I've been my 7th year here, and from the minute I got here I was just really taken with Performa, their creativity, their reliability, their flexibility, and maybe more than anything, they just got St. Norbert College. It's not really a surprise, I guess, because most of you probably know that Jeff actually, was on our campus for many years and ran facilities, before he and Doug, they started Performa. So, we do sort of have this, historical and spiritual connection. But it's so great to have somebody that you work so closely with on such important stuff that you don't have to spend a lot of time explaining yourself. You speak the same language, they get us, they know who we are, they know where these buildings, they know what they were, they know what they can be, and it's just really a treat at every step of the way to work with Performa. I think, all the time today you hear the words, partners, collaborators, thrown around, the governor wants to be our partner, President Obama wants to be our partner, everybody wants to be our partner, the legislature wants to be our partner. These people are our partners, and we just really treasure that relationship, and it's just a lot of fun. Some of the most fun that we have on our campus, I can absolutely flat out tell you, is sitting around the table blue skying. And before I turn it over to my friend Dan Ahrens, I'll just close with a quick story. We'd been talking about the science building. They'd been talking about science building and planning for it for several years before Phil and I even got here. And we went down one day to talk to our friends at Michaels Corporation down in Brownsville, and most of those folks are graduates of St. Norbert, and we went down to talk to them about the science building. It just wasn't sparking, and Phil and I could tell like something's not happening, and we said, we started to dig at it. Well, what are we talking about here? And they said, we're not scientists. We would be more interested in something in the student experience. And then we started spitballing ideas, and one of the Michaels brothers said, it's too bad you're not doing the cafeteria, which at the time was a 50-year-old facility that looked at, and Phil and I kind of looked at each other and we said, actually, we've been kind of talking about how we need to do that. At that point, the spark happened, and we got back in the car, and we weren't even back to US 41 before I was back on the phone with Jeff. Said, man, we need to design a cafeteria quickly. Maybe 9 or 10 days later, 7 days later, thank you, Phil, we laid out our plans for the Michaels family, and they loved it. They toured the old caf, then they stood around for 5 minutes, and they came back and they were very excited, and they said, we love it, we're in. And I said, that's fantastic. I said, would you like us to give you a full-blown proposal? What's the next step? And they said, no, you don't understand. We just had a board meeting. We're in. And it would not have been possible without incredibly fast creative work on the part of Performa. And this kind of thing happens. It was an unusually good example, but it happens all the time. It's a blessing and a pleasure to be associated with you guys. Congratulations on your somewhat new digs. It's spectacular as usual, and we're honored to be a part of it. So God bless.